Hello, have I got a brew? Yes, I think I have.
You have.
It's over here. Hi, everybody.
Hello, peeps.
Yeah. Oh. And we're one missing because we just had Christina, but she's gone home now.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, she went home before we started the video. Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody that's joined in with the love on YouTube. I will say one thing though, it was not my idea, before you get that. It was somebody else's idea, but we've all jumped on the bandwagon. So
Right.
it's a good idea. So there's other videos that I'd like you to watch that have also got shout outs for different people. I need to watch them as well because they'll be shouting out people that I don't know. So I'll just read you a list and I'll put the little lists in the bottom. And please check my comments because a couple of people have put comments in with links to other videos that I haven't mentioned. So keep your eyes open, girls, boys.
Everybody.
Everybody. Right, DOY Creation 7. She's done a programme with a video. Well, we had a programme,
Yeah.
just not on the TV yet. DOY Creation 7 has done a video with shout outs on it. Karen Hales has done a shout out video, as Lucy Coates has done as well. 24 Carat Crochet Zoe has done them. Grace, GB Maltese, she's done one. And Blue Cherub 82 has done one. And there is someone else and I've forgotten. But do keep your eyes peeled for these shout outs because they're leading me to people I've not heard of before, you know, and it's been interesting. So I want to thank you all for spreading the love, so keep on spreading the love. As if you see a video that you like and you think your friend might like it, tell her about it.
That's it, put it in the comments, you know.
Put it in the comments,
Yeah.
Tell your friends. This is how we're going to get this community up and running, isn't it? Because there's so many people who just don't have the number of views that are required for this vast amount of money that YouTube gives us for making videos. But it's not the money, it's not the value of the money, it's the thought that it's just encouraging.
Yeah.
If you get a little bit of money every now and again and it buys you some more, that's just it really, isn't it? We'll never be rich, we'll never retire.
And the thing is with these, you know, shout outs and you think, oh, I'll go and have a look and you know, you learn something new.
Yeah.
And sometimes you think, oh right, I'll look at such a thing and you do, and then you'll look at something else and you do.
Yeah.
And then you look at something else and then there's something else on the side in there and you
Yeah.
think, oh, I'll have a look. Before you know you're lost in
Into
the ether somewhere.
Yeah. But I mean, I have found some fabulous people just through accidents.
Yeah.
You know, not people recommending them, you find them by accident. So if you find anything by accident and you like it, mark it down, subscribe.
Yeah.
Press the little bell at the side of it so you get emails. And then we will have a happier than ever little crochet community.
Definitely.
Right, so now I've got off my soapbox.
Well, it wasn't really a soapbox thing, was it?
No, it was let's help each other.
Yeah.
As I was saying on my previous video, I don't understand why people are nasty to each other in the crafting community. We're all here to help each other and we're all here to pass along information, pass along tricks, little nicks, things like you find, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, little, what do you call them? What do they call them? They call them...
I don't know, but you know, you can watch a YouTube video, a tutorial or something, and you might be quite au fait with the techniques, and then there's just one thing that you see somebody doing.
Like a different turning chain or something. And
Yeah,
think,
or a different way to join yarn.
You think that was a good idea.
Well, why didn't I think of that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've been crocheting for years and years and years.
Why didn't I think of that?
And yet, I still look at things and think, well, that's pretty obvious. Why did I never think about that, yeah? So, you know, do carry on. I can't speak today, I'm sorry.
Well, it makes two of us. We've both got brain fog today.
Not with me. I'm doing one thing. As you know, I am a great big lover of purples.
This is looking lovely, by the way.
And I've amassed so much oddments, so many oddments, I should say. That's, even my language is gone today. So I am making a cardigan with all my oddments. I'm going to curse it when I have to sew it together because it's got like gazillions of ends, but that's by the by. We shall cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I can't tell you which the pattern is because it came from a Jenny King sort of video thing that I bought, which was quite expensive.
A CD thing, didn't you?
Yeah, quite expensive.
Download.
And I've lost it, but I think I knew the gist of it, so I was lucky. But basically, you need a top-down pattern, and then you just do. I started one of the sleeves here. You just started, going downwards. I'm doing a random pattern. I'm not doing the colours in any shape or form. But I am running out, so we're going to have to go in the garage later and look for some more purple. But
you've got loads of purple, so...
I have got lots of purples. But I'm just using up oddments here and there. So it's a good way of using up your oddments. The majority of it, well, the main thing I'm using is this red heart, which is done in purple tones. That's hopefully going to be my base colour, yeah? So...
You were saying you wanted to do the bands. And
if I've got enough, I want to do the bands and this, everything. And that
did you
way,
have two of those?
I did. I've used one already.
Oh,
this
right.
Is my second one. One's already put in the body. So that was my link colour.
Right, so
what's new in your world?
Not a lot.
Have you not done any crotchet?
I've had to carry on with my teal blue Doris Chan thing.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't bring it today because...
You hadn't done much.
Well, I haven't done that much, and I thought, everybody's sick of seeing the fact that I've not done that much. Well, sometimes life gets in the way.
It does, doesn't it, really?
And given the fact that I'm in sort of retirement, I'm not finding time to do me stuff the same as I did when I were working. It's driving me rather potty.
Well, I'm retired and mind you, I've been in a bit of a blue funk lately. Brain fog has been the least of my problems has been brain fog. And when the lovely Christina came earlier on and managed to find the kitchen for me. Because the kitchen had got a bit overwhelming, I must admit.
Man, you will do that. You want to see the pile of washing up I've got? It's draining, it's washed.
Yeah. I get up in the morning some days and I think, right, I'm feeling on top of the world today. I'm feeling much, much better. And then I come downstairs and by the time I've washed dishes or something, I'm like, oh my God, my back's hurting. I have to sit down again. So I'm just waiting with bated breath for this letter to come, telling me when I can go. But if you're in America, you may not know that the national health at the moment over here is in a bit of a crisis, isn't it?
It is, but I think it's in more of a crisis with regards to the media.
Yeah.
Jumping on the bandwagon.
Saying that what's
and
happening,
saying it's terrible and it's this and it's that.
Yeah.
And then you think, is this the government's way of saying it's so awful, let's privatise it?
Oh,
and that's the last thing anybody wants.
Well, yeah, because I couldn't afford to.
See, I'm getting political now, but it's something I really, really believe in, that, you know.
But I did watch a programme that I trust, and it did say that there are more nurses, quite a lot more nurses leaving than are being trained up. But not long ago they cut down.
Come on, no, hang on a minute.
Didn't they?
These days, if you want to be a nurse, you've got to do a degree in nursing. Now, there are people out there, men and women, who would be absolutely brilliant nurses, carers, you know, really ideal for the profession, because it's like a vocation. Yeah. But to do a degree course,
no, they don't.
You know, if you've, for argument's sake, had a family, the kids are of an age where, you know, they've either left home or they're away at uni, and maybe people in the 40s wanting a change of career, are you going to want to do a degree course and accrue all that student loan debt?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
you know, and the NHS is missing out. There used to be a two-tier system, didn't there?
Yeah.
You had SRNs, state registered nurses, and SENs, state enrolled nurses.
Yeah.
And the SRNs were trained
Yeah.
to a higher level,
Yeah.
if you would. And the SENs had a good basic training,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And there was a mix of the two on the wards.
Yeah.
Now, going through that training,
Mm-hmm.
you were getting paid, you were on the wards.
Yeah. You were doing something. Yeah.
You know, instead of, going to university, accruing loads of debt.
Yeah.
And then starting working.
I don't remember any nurses going to university.
No.
Not in my time.
No.
They learned on the
But
wards.
they're missing
virtually,
out on
didn't they?
so many people who could do the job.
Yeah. I mean,
They've just set the bar far too high.
they used to go to college on different days, didn't they? But they used to work on the wards in between, yeah. Even if they were only like an orderly.
Yeah.
You know, like a nurse's assistant while they were training. Yeah, but at least they were on the ward, weren't they?
Yeah.
Looking after people and things like that. But now,
But the thing is, they're coming out of, school, doing a university course. Where's the life experience?
yeah,
Because a lot of the role of nursing relies on life experience, so you can relate to the patient.
And it's compassion, isn't it? I mean, you can come out of university.
Yeah, but they can't teach compassion.
They can't teach compassion. They can't teach what that patient wants is just a bit of reassurance. It just wants his hand held. You know, I was watching a programme the other day on TV, and they were saying that they do an awful lot of hand holding.
Yeah.
Because that's what the patient wants. If they're very, very poorly, or if they've gone into the accident and emergency, and they're not feeling well, they just want a friendly voice, somebody to say,
have a reassuring voice rather than, they've read it in a textbook.
Yeah, they don't know. I mean, it must be.
That said, the majority, 99.9% of healthcare staff I've come across,
they're brilliant.
Are brilliant.
They're just overworked, understaffed.
Yeah.
I mean, you see them on the ward running around like headless chickens, don't you? And they're doing their best. People complain.
The thing is, there's too many chiefs and not enough Indians these days.
People complain because the nurse doesn't come when they press the buzzer or something like that.
Yeah,
but she's seeing to about half a dozen people, isn't
as, shall we say, patients, we've got to have realistic expectations.
Yeah, when you go in, you can't just call somebody and they come right away. I've always had fantastic treatment.
Yeah.
I've got to say this. When I've been in hospital, I can't complain. Yeah. People complain about the food, but then that's just institutional food. It's the same with school dinners, isn't it? Anybody that, even canteens, if you're catering to the masses, the food's not going to be great. It's not going to be like what it is at home, is it? But you don't go in hospital to have like gourmet meals, do you?
No, you don't.
You just go in and
when all said and done, they're nutritionally balanced.
Yeah. You just suffer what gets in front of you. You don't enjoy it, you just eat it.
Well, some of it's alright.
Some's okay. Some's not,
come on, considering what the requirements are and how many they're catering for.
And now all these dietary things with gluten free and all this jazz. No peanuts.
And it's no fun working in a kitchen at that sort of level either.
But I mean, everybody had the same meals, didn't they? If they wanted dietary requirements, your family brought them in. If for example you were a Hindu, a Sikh or whatever, and you couldn't eat this and you couldn't eat that, your family brought them in. Standard meals.
I know, but these days they do.
They cater for everyone.
Yeah.
They're good. They cater if you're diabetic. They cater if you're gluten free.
Yeah.
Can't eat peanuts.
I'm just concerned that the government are sending all this propaganda out to privatise it, and that's the worst thing that could happen. Yeah,
the US are talking about being like Obamacare, and we're going the other way. Why have we we got on this subject
know.
now? Let's talk about crochet.
Right, let's get off our high horses. Sorry for that.
I can't get on a horse, never mind about a high one.
No. I'd struggle, believe me.
Horses scare the bejesus out of me.
They do me.
Oh, they do. They're too high, they're too tall.
Yeah, but the thing is, they've got a mind of their own.
Yeah, I've never been the same since the donkeys on the sand, you know, when you were a kid. Used to ride the donkeys on. It's a tradition over here in the UK.
Yeah,
that you have
seaside and
donkeys
have a
on the
donkey
seaside,
ride.
yeah. And they're only little because they're meant for children.
Oh, do you know, they're lovely.
But they used to scare me.
Oh no, I think donkeys are absolutely...
Mm.
You just look at a donkey's face.
It's got a sweet face,
and I'm
it?
sorry, but they just...
Yeah, but horses...
Oh, they're beautiful animals.
Oh, they are, they're gorgeous.
Oh, they're beautiful, but
no, when I get up close
you'd never get me riding one.
When I get up close to a horse, I feel so small, you know, and I'm thinking, you're all the way up there. Especially a Shire horse, you know, the big cart horses.
Oh, they're gorgeous things.
One trod on my foot and I've never been the same since. It's like, God, oh! It's like 10 people standing on your foot at one time. And that's only like a fraction, it's only a 1 minute. Oh
no, but donkeys, I think donkeys are lovely. I really do.
Oh, it's been a while since I've been to the seaside. I don't know whether you have seaside over there, but we have like kiss me quick hats, don't we? Sticks of rock.
Sticks of rock, yeah.
That's not rock off the seashore, that's sticky rock, you know,
yeah.
like a...
how does one... It's like a boiled sweet, but...
Elongated. Yeah,
and they have the place names written all the way through.
All the way through,
yeah.
Yeah.
I used to love it when it was sort of... Not old, but you'd had it a while and it went soft.
It went sticky and soft and you could eat it and chew it.
It was like, oh, I used to like that.
And then it used to stick to your teeth and you'd have pink teeth. Oh, the joys.
I know.
But you always had a pack of mine, didn't you? You've always bought a new pack of mine. That's a,
just in case it rained.
That's a see-through, cheap sort of raincoat, you know, that it's transparent really, isn't it? Or semi-transparent. And you wore them and they went down to the ground and you had your little rain hat on.
They're like the ponchos you get when you know, if you go to an outdoor event.
Yeah, but a bit
they
thicker.
Didn't have hoods. Yeah, they did have hoods, didn't they? But they were more like a coat.
Yeah, but they were a bit thicker. They had rubber buttons on. Big rubber buttons, yeah. Wasn't a holiday unless you wore your packer back. And you huddled...
God, that's taking me back a bit.
You huddled inside a shelter with your soggy sandwiches. It was a holiday. There was... Oh, you never knew. Oh, kids today don't know the bond, do
they? don't know.
If it was nice weather, you had sand in your sandwiches because you were actually on the beach.
Otherwise, they were sodden because it was raining.
And they didn't have all these snap bags back in those days with the Ziploc, you know. No. You were wrapped in a bit of newspaper or greaseproof, weren't they? Greaseproof
or bread packet.
Bread packet, yeah.
Yeah, paper from brown bread.
We used to always think it was wonderful. We went on a Caravan, didn't we? Or a train. That's a coach.
A coach,
Yeah, coaches. A bit like Greyhound but smaller. We used to go bucket and spade there. Bag of sandwiches and bag of water. A bottle of water.
Yeah.
No things like pop and Coca-Cola for us. It was just pop. And you had to take it with you because your mums couldn't afford to go in the cafes, could they? If you were lucky, you might get fish and chips.
Yeah.
If you were very, very lucky. Oh, that was the holidays of my childhood.
Well, I remember going on a Sunday school trip to Blackpool.
Yeah.
And there were 2 buses and, you know, you got on these. And,
And you had to sing.
And I remember more about the journey than actually what we did there.
You had to sing, didn't you, all the way there with all these little sing-song things. And then it was the first one to spot Blackpool Tower. And you got to a certain place and there was a windmill, wasn't there?
Yes!
And you knew if you were at this windmill, you were at least halfway there.
You were nearly there.
Nearly there.
Yeah, because the windmill's at St Anne's, isn't it?
Yeah, but...
Is it St Anne's or Fleetwood?
Oh,
no, it's St Anne's.
St Anne's,
yeah.
I mean, kids today, they go abroad, they go in these villas, they've got swimming pools, they've got everything.
I remember going to Fleetwood with work. I used to support adults with learning disabilities, and me and this other carer, we got to Fleetwood, and our service users had like a disability adapted van that we could get wheelchairs in and out, because there were 2 wheelchairs. Yeah. And we went and got fish and chips. 2 of our 3 service users were verbal enough. They were, really happy, and they wanted fish and chips, and went and got these fish and chips. And we were sat, and the van door was open, and everybody's got the fish and chips. And this policeman came along. I'm not kidding, he was drop dead gorgeous. He was. Oh man. Me and Kelly looked at one another and went, woo. He said, excuse me, girls. Thought you won here, you cops. Have you lost one? I had to say, I'm awfully sorry, no, we're fully accounted for. He said, we found one. But, oh God, you were gorgeous. Oh, he was.
I never get the gorgeous ones. I had a big fire engine full of firemen came to fit me smoke detectors.
And there weren't one good looking one.
And I'm thinking, well, you think, oh, firemen, and this is in a uniform, And there wasn't a nice one amongst them.
What, this copper?
My I used to call her my auntie, but she was actually my cousin. But she was so much older than me that it was polite to call her auntie. And she used to look after people, but from the hospital.
Right, yeah.
And they used to take them to Blackpool and wherever like that. And they were the same. They lost one.
Oh.
And they found him in the churchyard. And in the UK, I think it's the same in the US, if somebody's been a newly buried person, they put all the flowers on top of until they get the proper headstone. He was going round spreading the flowers all on other people's graves.
Aww.
Because he said it wasn't fair that they didn't have any flowers. So they had to hurry.
I know, but you can see the logic from their perspective.
Yeah, so they had to hurriedly go round picking all these flowers, putting them back in case the relatives came, to say a final farewell and wonder where all the flowers had gone.
Oh, bless.
They lost him.
Oh, God, I know. I loved my job, I did. Brilliant.
Oh, she used to love her job, yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. But
they used to take them off on a weekend or a week, and she said she was fed up about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I must
making
admit,
sure they had them all.
If we ever went on, a service user holiday, it would be just, maybe 2 carers to 1 service user, and we've had some cracking holidays, and I'd like to think that
they did as well.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
my auntie, my cousin, she used to really thoroughly enjoy it. She said she could have done with a sheepdog though,
round them
to
up.
keep them, round them all up because they kept wandering off.
I must admit, I've never taken, more than one away.
Oh, there was a few of them. It wasn't just 1-to-1, but there was a few of them. But even so, they just, you take your eye off them and you're in a seaside place where there's all these attractions and things to distract them.
Yeah.
And they would be wandering everywhere. Come back. Because hers weren't in wheelchairs, they were walking. But she's had some great times.
Oh no, I look back and I can smile and think, hopefully I made a difference, and I used to love what I did.
I used to love my holidays. And tiny little caravans, trailers to use, so tiny. They were like mini pods, weren't they really? And they had no bathrooms. They had no running water. You had to go down to find the shower block or the toilet block in the dark, in the night, with your torch. And even when you wanted to cook, you had to go and get water from a standpipe, didn't you? And everything. But that was luxury to us because, we didn't have a lot.
It's fun.
We didn't have a lot of money,
It's
It
fun.
was just, We've had some lovely holidays.
Yeah. Well, we had a caravan in holiday last year.
Yeah.
And we just sort of rented out a friend of a friend's caravan for a week.
Yeah.
And it was back to basics. The caravan wasn't luxurious by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
It was a good used caravan.
Yeah.
But I thought it was fun. I must admit my other half was a little bit about it. But I just thought, hey.
The last time I went in the caravan was when my mum and dad had one. They used to have one permanently by the side of a canal. And it was lovely because there was all these boats on the canal, canal barges and everything. I used to love walking up the towpath looking in. Well, trying not to look in, but really looking in.
Oh no, you want to nosy.
Want to nosy.
Sorry.
And these canal boats.
There's a window there with no coverage, yeah.
That was part of the fun of going on the top deck of a bus.
Yeah, peering in people's houses.
Especially if it was a bit dark and they put the light on and they hadn't drawn the curtains back. Sitting on the top deck.
No, it's best at Christmas, isn't it?
Oh,
when
the
they've got,
lights, yeah.
When they've got the Christmas trees in the window and they don't close the curtains, and it's brilliant, that.
It's like a nosy on people's lives, isn't it? It's like, all this was before YouTube, of course, and we could look round people's houses, but I mean, we're talking about having a good gawp, as we would call it.
Yeah, having a gawp.
Having a gawp. That means you're having a good look.
One, isn't it? I think it's Yorkshire as well, isn't it?
Yorkshire? Gawp? Having a good gawp. That means you're going, If I was like that, my mother used to say, stop gawping, shut your mouth.
Oh no, but I don't mind caravan holidays, I must admit. I mean, we used, they're more like the big static caravans.
Yeah.
When we've been through Europe before now.
Uh-huh.
There's the 2-3 bedroomed,
We'll have to go on a caravanning holiday. Back to basics.
We've got 2 tents, camping tents.
Oh, I'm not going in a tent.
Can
you imagine me
a small one and one that you can stand up in.
Imagine me on the floor.
You'd never get up, would
I'd
you?
never get up. You'd have to get one of Wimpy's.
We'd have to wheel you in and out.
You have to get Wimpy's truck to get me out of bed. I don't do low down.
And it's like, do I get rid of them or not?
Mm.
Do
you think you'll ever camp again?
Well, probably not, but...
You might do abroad, it's nicer over there.
I might do, but... And it's the big but, and you think, is it better for somebody to get some use out of it rather than...
Yeah. I've always fancied one of those yurts that are sort of all set up for you. And they've actually got
having a go in
they actually got a bed, haven't they?
Yeah.
They've got a bed that's raised up off the ground.
We did a Eurocamp holiday, and again it was through... We were going through France? Or France and Germany, I can't remember anyway. But it was sort of touring. We had a couple of nights here, a couple of nights there. And one of the sites, we didn't get a caravan. We got what they call a safari tent.
Uh-huh.
Man, it was brill.
Yeah.
If you can imagine these proper safari tents.
Yeah.
With the nets and everything.
Yeah. Like the old-fashioned movies.
And everything was sort of like in one space.
Yeah.
But it was a proper bed.
Mm.
And I think there was a second bedroom, and it was actually,
petitioned off.
And then you had your cooking area, but it was fantastic. It overlooked this river, and it was just lovely. You could sit out on your own little veranda, and it was like a proper veranda.
Camping is great if the weather is nice.
Yeah.
But if, like me, you've had a few caravan holidays in the rain, and there is nothing like the sound of the rain drumming on the top of the caravan roof. You're lying in bed and you're waking up in the morning and all you can hear is the drrrr, and you think, oh no, it's raining again.
I remember one year, and he said to me, what do you want for your birthday? I said, do you know what, I want to go to Tenby.
Yeah.
And we've been previously with some friends, this lovely little campsite, only a walk from the town.
Yeah.
And I said, let's go to Tenby. Well, it was when we just bought the big tent, as we call it, the one you can stand up in. We'd never put it up before. Arrived there in the dark.
Yeah.
It was howling a gale and peeing down.
You're trying to find which was the...
And it's like, we've got a new tent. Oh no. But we did manage to get the tent up and...
Mm. I don't know why what puts me off like camping and things like that is the rain.
Yeah.
It's raining again today, people. Raining again.
Mind you, it's January.
I'm sick of looking out there at rain.
But
Do you know, I'd rather look out and see snow. I really would.
Well,
Because at least it's white and it's bright and the sky is bright.
Yeah.
But when it's like this, we've got the lights on, we've got the camera light on, we've got everything, and it's still dark. And we're in the lightest room in the house.
I must admit, I like the sky, you know, the light that's given off when it snows.
Oh, yes, lovely bright.
It's just,
bright and crispy snow.
Yeah.
I don't like going out in it because my scooter slides all over the place. But,
oh, gosh.
But I don't...
4-wheel drive for your scooter.
What do you call them, an outboard engine on the back?
Yeah.
Give me a bit of oomph up the hill. But I do like watching the snow and I like looking at the snow.
Yeah.
And I must admit, I really do like those videos where people are very misfortunate and they're falling about all over the place. And I know we shouldn't laugh because they hurt themselves sometimes, but I just howl laughing. You know, when you see these YouTube videos or TV videos where they're like sliding about all over the place. There was one on last night with there was cars gently sliding everywhere. Oh dear. I mean, I must admit, my one panic moment was when I was driving along and a dog ran out across the road. And I did a complete circle, a pirouette, because I'd just slammed the brakes off, which you should never do if it's icy.
I know, but...
And, you know, my dad said later, oh, you should have hit the dog. I said, hit the dog? No, I was not hitting the dog. But I could have been killed because I went right the way around and I finished up in the opposite lane, on the opposite side of the road. Fortunately, the people coming the other way were very alert. Yeah. And they weren't travelling very fast. So they managed to avoid me.
Well, I'd gone over the tops, over the moors, like, you know, how one would describe it.
Wild grassland?
Yeah. No houses, no civilization.
No.
It's not that far, but I've been over to Bone. And it was snowy, but it hadn't stuck to the road. No problems whatsoever. Came back only a couple of hours later, dropped down into Darwin, and just before you get to where the town starts, everything slowed down. I thought, ooh, this doesn't look good. And it was like the slush had turned to ice.
Oh, I hate that.
I've never... I have seen stuff like it,
well,
but because you've got to drop down the hill into the town, where, you know, where I live, they couldn't get up it. You know, they had the sense to leave loads of space going down, you know, managed.
Yeah.
But as we were coming into town, and there was a little sports car coming out with its hazards on, I thought, why has it got its hazards on?
Yeah.
Well, poor woman, it was a woman driver. Must have been every time she touched the accelerator, back end stepped out.
Yeah.
Because the little Mazda's a rear wheel drive. Well, rear wheel drive in the snow.
Yeah.
I know, because I've had a rear wheel drive in the snow. It was fun.
I've had some really good slides in the snow because when I used to go to work, when we had our shop, you used to have to go down quite a steep hill and up the other one.
Yeah.
And I was fortunate that my car usually made it. It was one of those, I don't know if it was a 4-wheel drive or what the heck it was, but it used to make it up the hill. One of the only ones who did, because everybody else was struggling. But when I was going down this hill, you could feel yourself going, and there's this lamppost, and I'm thinking, please miss the lamppost. Please miss the lamppost. And I just gently went, and I just touched it.
But it's really weird how some cars cope in the snow and others don't.
Yeah.
You know, even taking into account, you know, rear-wheel drive and everything.
I've always been lucky, really. I've always had a car that's got enough traction to go up hills and things like that.
I must admit, my coupe was horrendous in the snow. Absolutely horrendous. I know there was one day I managed to get sort of maybe a quarter of a mile from home, and I just tried to get up a slight incline, didn't do it, and I just parked it up where I thought it was safe and walked the rest of the way home. But I've had a couple of 4-wheel drives and they've been absolutely fantastic, but I've got a little Mini now and it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's okay in the snow.
Would it be rear or front wheel when we used to drive up backwards? Used to drive up a hill backwards.
That would be rear wheel drive, yeah.
I used to reverse.
Because it's pushing and pulling and stuff.
In one of my cars I used to have to reverse when it was bad, up the hill here. I used to go up backwards. And everybody else is looking at me like, she's a woman, has she gone a bit strange? She's gone up the hill backwards.
Hey, if it works.
But I got up that hill and they're still at the bottom struggling. And I'm thinking,
because the hill you've got...
Yeah, it's long.
Oh, and it's quite steep, isn't it?
And I used to think, well, you're men, you're looking at me like I'm plonkers, but I'm going up the hill and you're down at the bottom. Why don't you turn around and reverse up the hill?
Yeah. Mind you, reverse is a lower gear anyway, so...
Mm-hmm. But I was one of these people who could drive in reverse because my dad made sure I could. And it's amazing how many women cannot reverse.
Reversing is a... I'll do it.
Yeah.
But
loads... I mean, I used to reverse...
for so many years, if you wanted to reverse, you got off and shoved it.
But I mean, a lot of women cannot reverse. I don't know why there is if they can't reverse.
I don't know.
My dad was... I passed my test... as for the road, the one for legal. And my dad said, but you're not driving any of my cars until you pass my test. And he taught me such a lot more than you have to do for your actual test.
You're only learning how to pass the test.
Yeah, but no, he wouldn't let me...
Learning to drive comes after.
He'd give me them, we'd stop in the most awkward places, and he'd say, right, now you have to reverse.
Yeah.
Or now you have to do a hill start. And, he did really teach me how to drive.
Yeah.
It was only as I got older I got a bit more nervous. Because I was never taught motorway driving, you see.
Right, now motorway driving to me is a piece of cake.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a piece of cake, but
when I passed my test...
It's a means to going somewhere, therefore I will do it.
I think there was only one motorway when I passed my test that went up and down the country. But it wasn't normal to go on a motorway, so I never really actually did a course, in actual motorway driving, so that's always used to. And as I got older, I got a bit more nervous. And we were just talking about this on Saturday actually with my niece, and she was saying, about having a car or something, and I said, I don't think I'd want one now. I've been
the roads are so busy now.
I've been 12 years, I think, without driving now.
It's come as a shock to the system.
And it would, I'd be alright doing local, just pottering about going shopping or something like that, but I wouldn't want to go anywhere else, no, not now.
Oh, you see, I'm different. It's like, where can I go today?
Well, if I hadn't given it up, I didn't give it up by choice, I wasn't banned or anything like that. I had to give it up when I had my spinal operation. They told me I couldn't drive for 6 months. And I just got rid of the car because there was no point having it sitting on the drive. And since then I've never really been in a financial position to buy another car. And now I've got my scooter, I'm fine. I do miss it. When people say, like we wanted to go to that Lolly's little yarn shop, wool shack is it called? One time I would have just popped in the car and just gone for a drive over there. It's little things like that or when I see a show advertised or a knitting thing advertised, and I think, no, you'd have to ask somebody to take you, and then if they weren't free, you see things advertised in Skipton, don't you? And places like that.
Harrogate
and that, and you're thinking it would only.
I set off for that one year.
Yeah.
And I just got my first Mini.
Yeah.
I don't know that cream. The cream one with the black roof.
Yeah.
I just got that, and I think I'd only had it about a week or so, and I thought, oh, shall I? I shan't. And it was wintry. Yeah. Because I think it's in November.
Yeah, the Harrogate show. Yeah. Around about then, I think.
And I got just past Skipton, and the snow were coming sideways and everything, and I thought, if I get to Harrogate, I ain't going to get back.
Well, we nearly got stuck once. Yeah.
That year, there were people who had, been stranded there, sort of thing. But no, I turned round and came home.
Well, we nearly got stuck because Alan, my ex, had come with us. We went to a trade show in Harrogate, and we'd been invited out to dinner and everything. And the ticket was for 4, so it was like my mum, my dad, me, and Alan came. We walked out and it was like white out. My dad, you could see my dad was like, And he said to Alan, do you want to drive? And Alan said, yeah, I'll drive. Because he was fearless, he was younger, and he used to drive a massive big truck for BT anyway. And he drove us home, and I knew my dad wouldn't have, or he would have, you know, because we came home the back road because the motorway was shut or something like that. And we were happily sliding down every car. When we got back, my mum said, oh, I need a cup of tea. My mother's cure-all for everything was a cup of tea.
Yeah, good cup of tea.
Good cup of tea.
Yeah.
She was never a drinker, my mother. One glass of sherry and, you know, the pictures were all crooked on the wall, you know. Johnny's that picture crooked.
Oh dear.
But she loved a good cup of tea.
Yeah.
Had to be a good cup of tea.
Oh yeah, definitely a good cup of tea.
Yeah. Didn't want any cup of tea.
It had to be a good one.
Yeah. Never from a flask. When they used to go out from the day, they used to take a little
it just
Caravan.
tastes weird.
They used to take a little Caravan
Stuff.
and a little teeny. And my dad had to build a windbreak.
Round this kettle.
Round this kettle. It used to take forever to boil this kettle. I'm going back before the days you could get the plug-in kettles that plugged in the
I
cigarette
found
lighter.
that if you make a flask of tea, if you make it without milk in the flask and take some milk with you, it tastes better.
Yeah, my
Because
mother
I do that when I go up to Scotland and I go off on my travels. I'll have my flask of tea, a small carton of milk, and a travel cup, and I'm fine then.
No, we'd be there at the side of the road waiting for this kettle to boil. And by the time the kettle had boiled, you've got the full wine here, you know. I used to say, I'll just take a drink. I used to take anything, you know, soft drinks.
Yeah.
Anything, because I couldn't be bothered waiting for this. Because I used to drink tea back in the day, funny enough. As soon as I became pregnant with my son, I didn't know I was pregnant because I was one of those people, I didn't know I was pregnant. But I couldn't drink tea. So, I mean, it should have been some trigger. Why did I suddenly go off tea? Because I didn't know I was pregnant until I was about 3 months. I had no idea. No clue. Well, everything was happening as normal, as you know, ladies, every month. Everything was happening as normal. And, you know, but yeah, I'd gone off tea.
Weird. Strange that, isn't it?
And then when I went to the doctors for something else or other, and he said, do you think you might be pregnant? And I went, I don't think so. So he said, well, let's find out then. And I remember coming out of the doctor's going, I'm pregnant. It wasn't planned, it wasn't anything. I was so shocked. So I had one of the shortest pregnancies ever, really, because it was only like 6 months. Because I didn't know I was pregnant for the first 3 of them.
Well, that's not such a bad thing, because, you know, you just... Well, it's the time, isn't it? You just think, oh God, it's so long away.
Yeah. Well,
then you get about a month before your baby's due, and it's like, I don't want this to end. No.
I don't want this baby. I don't want to go through that. No. I was like that. I was like thinking,
oh God, what's going to happen?
Oh yeah.
All this. All that.
I want to stay pregnant. I don't want to go through the pain. I'll stay pregnant. But I had no clue that I was pregnant. Not a clue. You know, all the normal things that you look for, I didn't have, you know. So when people said, do you have morning sickness? I said, well, no, the first 3 months were over before I knew I was pregnant. So I never even got time to think, do I feel sick or whatever. Maybe I felt a bit queasy, I don't know. But I never thought of anything.
No.
So, you know. But when these, you know, they come on the TV saying I didn't know I was pregnant, I mean, I could understand it, really. It's our 45 minutes. No, we haven't gone off yet.
No, I know, but...
a little bit sooner. So we've not talked about much crochet, but never mind, we will do next time.
Yes, I'll make sure, and I'll bring tons of yarn. Because that's what I've got, tons of yarn with a few stitches. I'm sure there are other people out there like me. You sort of like get something started and then you get inspired to start something else. You know me, I've got half a dozen things
I've not got a lot of projects. I've got the defunct one, which I should really take undone. But then I'm only really doing one at the minute, so I'm not doing too bad.
But till next time,
okay.
When we won't get on our soapboxes like high horses and
so don't forget,
sort the nation out.
Spread the love on YouTube. That's all I'm asking today.
I've got to go away and
Spread the love. Go and subscribe. Yeah.
See, I can't do any crochet. I'm too busy watching YouTube.
Bye all.
See you next time.
Maybe I can get up this time.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.